One Piece Chapter 751 review. Fucking Sabo. Motherfucking Sabo. This was a damn good chapter, I'm gonna say that. This was a good chapter. This was better than last week's chapter. I'm gonna say, I don't wanna be completely biased with this, just because of Sabo, because Sabo is a badass, but he was the main focus of the chapter for me. So, the Sabo stuff, it's great, but overall this chapter was very good. This was a very good chapter of One Piece. Let's just keep it at that. It was very good. Sabo. This gives us a certain amount of hints as to what Dragon's Devil Fruit may be. Because there's been a debate. Like he could be like one of the 3 classes of Devil Fruit users. Could be like a Logia or Paramecia or a Zone, maybe even a Zone, who knows? Because Sabo, he's formed like these dragon figures or like talons, and these are freaking strong, mind you. Like, they crush like a missile launcher. They're so damn strong. And dude, it can like crush someone's head into like jelly, as if it was an egg or something. What? Jelly and egg, two contradicting things. Fuck. But Sabo's expression, when they had like those dark lines coming down, like that scared the fuck out of me. Like, Sabo is no one to screw with. And it's confirmed that Sabo is definitely Admiral level, because he took out Bastille with little to no effort. Like, Bastille like swung his sword or like whatever that was. Sabo caught it and just crushed that shit. Like, Sabo, like, he's a legitimate dragon now. Like, imagine like all this shit. As if he wasn't a dragon before with like the dragon breath. But this is awesome. Back to Dragon. From this chapter, it's still very vague, but we might be able to determine that Dragon is a Zone type user. Maybe he's a mythical Zoan type, like a dragon, like a legitimate dragon. Because Sabo's like forming these talons, and he says like Dragon's talons. So is he referring to like an actual dragon or Dragon himself? I mean, either way, I mean, I'm going more to the side that Dragon's a wind Logia user, because as we saw in Logtown and like many other places as well, that there's a gust of wind and then there's Dragon, like out of nowhere. Like I don't think he's a weather user, because then that's like every ability. I need to get into that for some other video, but people have made many videos about Dragon. But I'm going towards like he's a wind Logia, or maybe, who knows, maybe he's a mythical Zoan dragon, like a mythical fucking dragon dude, and Sabo's basing his attack techniques off of what Dragon would do. Or maybe that was like Dragon's fight. Maybe Dragon's not even a Zoan user. Maybe that's just his. Maybe this is like Dragon's legitimate fighting style. Who knows? That'd be fine too. Either way, I can't wait until we get like, cause it's coming at the end of the arc. Like how Sabo fucking survived that shit. How Dragon saved Sabo. How he brought him into the Revolutionary Army, and how Sabo worked his way up to become the Chief of Staff, or the second in command. So we need that Sabo flashback. We're getting at the end of the arc. So, super hype. This whole thing. And Fujitora's bringing down the meteors like they're nothing. But, you know, with the bird cage, it's blocking them. And you could say that, wow, Fujitora, he's not even at like full strength here. He's not even Sabo, like these two, they're very limited right now. So it really makes you think, if they were like in an open field, how would this fight play out? Because that's very, very interesting to think about. And again, Sabo takes out Bastille, who's a vice admiral, and all these fodder marines. Like, it's nothing. Like, how many marines did they have there? Like 1,000 or something? And then there's vice admiral and a fucking Maynard too. Like, 2 vice admirals, bunch of marines, and an admiral. So Sabo's just taking them out. And more questions surface from this chapter, like, because we know Sabo, he feels bad about Ace's death. Like, we get like a little flash, like a little panel, we see Sabo crying, and it really makes you think. Because we know he wasn't there, and Koala said a while back, what difference would it make if he were there? You know, trying to comfort him and whatnot, but he still feels bad about it because he doesn't want to lose Luffy. He doesn't want to lose another brother. So we know that Sabo feels bad about it, but where was he during Marineford? Like, was he having like a beer with Dragon or something? Like, what's going on here? So that question surfaces. Where was Sabo? Was there something more important that was going on? Like, did Dragon stop him from going to Marineford? Like, what's going on with that? So that'll be very interesting to find out as well. And I was gonna mention this last week, but of course I forgot. But I added it in the description for last week's video. Luffy and Sabo's bounties are going to increase exponentially. Because, you know what? I'm not sure if Sabo has a bounty, but if he does, it has to be extremely high. And I mean extremely high. Like, not Dragon high, because we don't know how much his bounty is. I mean, I'm assuming like over 1 billion or something. But Sabo's has to be pretty damn high too. And now that it's confirmed that he is the brother of Monkey D. Luffy, then his bounty has to increase. Luffy's even more. Because look at this, he's a son of Dragon. His brother is the fucking second in command of the Revolutionary Army. And, you know, Ace as well. So Luffy's got a crazy family. His bounty's gonna increase, obviously. So is Sabo's. Massive hype. This is awesome. The first part of this chapter was great. I don't care what anyone says. Who knows, maybe I'm being biased, but it was great. Like, it was wonderful. I can't wait for this fight. Oda, don't skip this fight. Do not skip Sabo versus Fujitora. You're obviously not gonna skip Luffy versus Doflamingo, but bring Frankie versus Senor Pink and Zoro versus Pika. Do not skip this, because massive hype right now. With Luffy and Law, like, you know, Law wants to know, like, where the fuck's my key, man? But it's not here. So, and they have to go to, like, the sunflower fields or something, because they have to meet up with Lael and Robin to get the key to Law's handcuffs so he can do shit. Also, like, I want to point something out, like, Bartolomeo, like, his facial expressions were pretty damn funny in this chapter as well. The end of this chapter, with the Funk brothers, Kelly and Bobby Funk, you know, they're fused together. Let's call, yeah, the Funk brothers. They told Luffy and Law that there's a secret passageway, like in the side of the mountain or something. Like, there was literally like a secret passageway over there. And he told me, yeah, go in, yeah, leads to the sunflower fields. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but it leads to the field. Just go in there and keep going straight. You're right there. But then, as they travel down, they're in the water with Uzi the bull, and it's a dead end. And Doflamingo waltzes up behind them, and he's saying that it was a dead end the whole time. Like, oh, this is just a slanted well. Now, they are in a grave situation right now, because Luffy is in a bad spot, because, you know, he's in the water right now. Like, well, then again, Doflamingo's also a Devil Fruit user as well, so, but who knows, maybe he'll go all Spider-Man and, like, attach his strings on the wall or some shit. But they're in a bad spot. Their surroundings look pretty damn bad right now. And concerning the thing with the Funk brothers, maybe, because I don't think that the Funk brothers were working with Doflamingo. If they were, then damn. The Funk brothers. This is the Funk. I would have never expected the Funk brothers, but maybe it's Doflamingo Doflamingo, like forming his strings into like a Funk Brothers puppet, and he was controlling it from above, or like anywhere. Like he was controlling this Funk Brothers puppet, and he told, you know, Luffy and Law, oh yeah, go in there, it's fine. Or maybe he was just knocked out the Funk Brothers and he's controlling their bodies, and he's controlling their body like a puppet and literally controlling what they're saying. So I'm going towards, you know, the Funk Brothers. No, I don't want to say they were being controlled, but Doflamingo, perhaps he formed like a Funk Brothers puppet out of his strings. So that's a possibility. Or they were just working with Doflamingo. I mean, I'm going with the fact that they were... No, it's not a fact, obviously, but I'm going that they were like a puppet. Like Doflamingo made a string puppet of the Funk Brothers and then, you know, tricked Luffy and Law. But, like, it also comes with, like, why would you really need to trick them? Couldn't you just, like, take them out right there? But whatever. That's still very interesting because it makes shit harder. Because Luffy and Law, they're in a tight spot right now. They don't really have room to really do anything. They're in the water, so right off the bat, they're screwed. And you got an almost Admiral level or Admiral level motherfucker just walking right towards you. So that's crazy. Again, this was a very good chapter of One Piece. I like where this is going right now. We got just Sabo versus Fujitora greatness, and we're getting Luffy versus Doflamingo just awesomeness. I think we're getting like a Lucci battle going on here. Like this is gonna be awesome. Okay, very good chapter. Can't wait for next week. Like I'm turning into a One Piece tard right now because I'm so hyped right now. Alright, see you guys later.